Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Kwakadash, the abundance to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to the whole world that scattered abroad at the four corners of the earth. So initially I wasn't going to make this video, but what inspired me to make this video was a brother by the name of Amawan Gabar. He said that he saw a chariot fly over his crib, and I saw one too on Monday during the evening. So here I am, giving my testimony, so to say. And I went on Google to look up articles about so-called UFOs, and this is one that came up. And there's been a lot of chariot sightings around the country and also the world. And the chariot that I saw looked a lot like the ones in this video. It was a ball. It was like a ball of light, and it was just glowing, and it had an orange color to it, and it was just floating, and it just eventually got further, and it disappeared. And I tried to get it on video, but for whatever reason, the camera wasn't picking it up. So that's why I wanted to go on Google and give y'all an example or an idea of how the chariot looked. So some precepts came to my mind as I was meditating on doing this video. So let's jump right into it. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 verse 1. Then shall a righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. So when the chariots crack the skies, Esau and other nations, they're going to be amazed. Our salvation is going to be strange to them. They're going to have a perturbed look on their face. And the chariots are coming to do two things: beam up the elect and rain down destruction on this place, America, AKA Babylon the Great. So, little do they know, we are the apple of the Lord's eye. We're not just a bunch of niggas and spicks, we're the chosen people of the Lord. Next precept, this is Revelation chapter 12, verse 7. And there was war in heaven. And there's three heavens. You got the heaven of heavens, which is where the Most High is, and Yahweh Shai right now. You got earth, and then you got space. So there's going to be a war here on earth. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And Michael the archangel, he's going to have a role in the coming destruction to this place. Let me read that again. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon represents the military part of the beast. And Esau, the so-called white man, is the head of the beast. They have control over the world, pursuant to Job chapter 9, verse 24. And the dragon fought and his angels. And Esau's military, the U.S. Air Force, they're going to fight. They're going to try to fight against the angels. But obviously, as it says, I'm getting ahead of myself. As it says in verse 8, let me read verse 8. And prevailed not. They're not going to prevail. They're going to be fighting a losing battle. Neither was their place found anymore in heaven. So they're not going to be in control no more. Esau is not going to be in control anymore. Verse 9, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. And that Satan is talking about the spiritual demon Satan and the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, which is Esau. And they have deceived the world. They've done just that. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So Esau's military is going to be no more. They're going to be destroyed. Verse 10, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power. And the power of his Mashiach Yahushai, for the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. So Esau is going to be going down. He's going to be cast down in that day. And, that's when it's all said and done. Next precept. This is 2nd Esdras 13, verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. The mountain represents a gigantic UFO, And I did a video, and I mentioned in one of my previous videos that when the Lord comes back, it says that he's going to come back on a white horse. It's not talking about a literal white horse. The white horse represents a so-called UFO, a chariot, so you can get an understanding. Let me read that again. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it. Verse 7. But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. Verse 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. So when the Lord comes back, Esau and his military, they're gonna fight. They're gonna try and fight against the angels, but they're not gonna prevail. And they're gonna wanna, run, and they're gonna be in fear. However, the Most High is gonna put the spirit on them. He's gonna make them come forward and fight, and they're just gonna get wiped out. Verse 9. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand nor held sword nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest. So, hey man, when the Lord comes back, he's not gonna be playing around with these Edomites and the militaries. He's gonna be in business. Like I said, the chariots, they're gonna do two things: deliver the elect from the destruction, from the missiles when they drop, and rain destruction. Shooting down laser beams. It's gonna be like a movie. It's gonna be like something you've never seen before. And we're getting closer to that day. We are living in the last days. Esau's time is almost up, and that's one of the things that keeps them up at night. They're trying to offset the prophecies and the Lord coming back, but they can't. That's the reason why they want to push their New World Order agenda. They want to have control. The Most High is putting that spirit on them. He's using them to bring in their New World Order. But you know what's gonna happen? They're just gonna end up getting cast down. The Most High is in control of this, and this is like the ultimate movie, the greatest movie ever written. That's the way I could describe it. But this, I just wanted to speak on this. I saw a chariot, Monday night, and over the crib, and and I tried to get it on video, but unfortunately I couldn't. But I just wanted to give y'all this lesson, and describe how the chariot looked. When you see a chariot, you do have to do a process of elimination. Could it be a star? Is it a plane? Or is it a damn tiki lamp? But it was none of those, man. It was like a ball, and it was orange, and it was just floating. But that's it on that. I hope y'all found this video edifying. Shalom.